With the lander rig, now we're going to import the top view of the planet Mars and its textures. I've imported the planet and I've applied the textures as well as the bump map. The next thing we want to do is we want to have the lander as close to the crater opening as we can so that the arm reaches down to get the can. And I'm going to make sure that the arm, when it descends down, will actually reach and go inside the opening. So once I have it in position, I'll click on the IK kinematics and I'll just drag down to see if I can manipulate this arm to pick up the can. Once I have it, I'll go ahead and I'll relocate the IK kinematics above, maybe tuck it in a little bit. And now we're going to start the animation process. Now, we went through all the trouble of putting it on the planet, so we're going to put our first keyframe in where it's supposed to land, and that will be frame 100. So I'll go to frame 100, and selecting the NURB circle, so I have the whole model selected, I'll go to my channel box, and I'll mark key select, translate X, Y, Z, right-clicking and choosing key select. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning of the animation timeline, and we're hitting W on the keyboard. I'll just drag it off the screen so that when I drag, it comes to rest exactly where I placed it previously. Now in the timeline, the toolbar, you'll see two triangles with orange lines in front of them. That allows me to navigate to existing keyframes on a selected model. So if I was not on frame 100, I could click on the one on the far right, and now it's precisely at 100. We need to add another keyframe with the lander static here so it has time to pick up the can from the crater. I'll shift and drag over the keyframe at 100, right-clicking and choosing copy. I'll go to frame 120, I'll right-click and I'll choose paste, paste. Now if I were to go to the end of the animation timeline, frame 200, I can now drag it off the screen where it will exit once it picks up the can. I'll drag through my timeline and I have something like this. Now I don't want the animation of the lander to be so direct and straight. So I'm going to hold down the space bar with the lander selected, and I'm going to go to visualize, and I'm going to choose create editable motion trail. You'll see a red and blue line. And if I were to locate my lander, say at frame 50 now, and hit W on the keyboard, I can pull that up and it'll arc the path for me and automatically drop the keyframe. I'm going to do that at either end of the animation just so it's not so static. And now I have something like that.